Hey, Malachi.
Hello?
Yep, we got you. This special meeting of the Common Council for September 22nd, 2023 is now in session. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The crowd in favor of the statement. The clerk will call the roll.
Councilmember Anthony.
Here.
Descaludi.
Here.
Frick.
Here.
Harris. Moranti.
Here.
Morris.
Here.
Roney.
Here.
Saar.
Yeah.
Walker.
Here.
Wallace.
Here.
Present Pietro.
Here.
Quorum present.
We'll go right to the second resolution and authorizing them. Oh, sorry. First, I need a motion and a second to receive the call of the meeting and place it on file. Arthur Dewan. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. We're going to go right to the, even though I know most of the crowd is here to hear about the Arbor Day tree plantings, we're going to go right to the resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into agreement with A. Colarusso & Sons for the Ferry Street Bridge replacement. May I have an introduction and a second? Dewan. Arthur. A roll call vote, please.
Could I
No, you can wait till you vote.
Okay.
Okay? Good time.
Councilmember Anthony.
Sorry, Tom, this is voting to enter into contract with Colarusso.
Yes.
Correct? Aye.
Descaludi.
Nay.
Frick.
Aye.
Moranti.
So, before I make my vote, I'm allowed to speak, right? Tom?
Sure.
Sure, thank you.
Keep it short.
Of course. Now I'm going to speak even longer. So, in Tuesday's meeting, there was, for the council, we gather information by what we hear through, information behind meetings. And I think Tuesday we got some information that was not jiving in some regard. So it's very difficult when we had a resolution in front of us and there was a lot of questions about it. And at one time it was going to be pulled, and then the commissioner of public works says to do a rebid and all this information. And so we're going face value on what that is happening. So that's what we're responding to in terms of the vote. Now, mid of that meeting, the mayor, came on, and I was very upset. And at first, I took offense because he was targeting the council, and so as I learned the next day, a lot of the information, someone moved the goalpost on him, and of course he was going to be upset. And I think that the information that we got initially was probably, it could have been handled differently. And the way the bid looked, if it was explained better, I think we wouldn't be here today. And I think that the cat's out of the bag. I think if we rebid, there's some things going on that's could be different, unfair, especially to Colarusso. I mean, there's a lot of scenarios that could happen that could be a disadvantage to the council and the city in terms of the money. And we have to understand. I researched some things, and there's a lot of bids that went out in the past project where we only had one bidder or two bidders and things. So there's another reason why people aren't bidding in Hudson. So we can't sit back and take this project and and hold on to it, where we need to move forward to make, a lot of people, from 9 to 10 years ago, whenever it was, worked hard to make it happen to this point. And my knowledge of DOT is that things can take a very long time. So by rebidding it, I think that's more of a disadvantage to the city. So I vote aye to set it forward to, was that too long, Tom?
Sort of, but that's okay.
Okay.
We'll get moving.
May I correct something that Councilman said?
Peter, can we say, wait, hold it till after?
I just wanted to correct something he
Oh,
said.
okay.
He basically said that I recommended a rebid. That is not accurate.
sorry.
What I basically said was the city had two options,
Right.
to select the second low bidder or rebid. That's
Okay.
just for the record, please.
Thank you, Peter. Next.
Morris?
Can I make a briefer statement?
Okay. That would be nice.
So I can't separate this resolution from the first resolution. So on Tuesday, I voted in favor of rejecting the bids and going out for rebid. I understood what Peter was presenting, that we had two options. The bidders had two options. They could either stay with what they had and eat the cost, or they could withdraw, and one of them withdrew. The city has the option of going with the remaining bidder or rebid. I understand everything that Dominic is saying. I understand the potential risks to the city of rebidding, but I also think that it is in the interest at the end of the day of the city to rebid it. My position on that is based entirely on the process. If the names were reversed, it has nothing to do with either of the companies. If the names were reversed, I would still be voting to say it needs to be rebid so that Colarusso can have an opportunity to correct their error. So for that reason, I am voting no on this resolution, because this one is tied to the first resolution. So I am in favor
Just to
of
correct
rebidding.
you, Colarusso didn't make the error. It was
Yes,
the
I'm
other.
saying if the names were flipped
Oh, I see.
and the situation were
Got it.
the reverse, I would still be voting
I
to
see.
rebid. It has nothing to do with the fact that Colarusso is the current bidder. So I vote no on this.
Ronnie?
I'll make a short statement about I wasn't here for Tuesday's meeting, but I watched the video, and given what information that was shared, I think on Tuesday I probably would have also voted not to go with it and go with the rebid, but given the information that has come to light and the potential for delaying this entire project a year or more, and actually the risk of even it costing more than the current cost, I'm going to have to say I'm yes for this.
Sauer?
Yes.
Walker?
Thank you for that speech. Malachi?
Yes, for Colarusso.
Wallace?
Aye.
President Pietro?
I'll spare your speech other than to say there was some miscommunication. Everything's sort of changed, and I say yes.
Carried.
Okay. Moving right along. I don't leave for the planting. We do have another resolution actually related to this, and this is the approval to pay for it. And for those who don't understand how this works, you never get the money up front. You always have to figure out how to pay for it first, and then it gets reimbursed. So this authorizes the city to go for bonds to cover the upfront cost. Can I have an introduction and a second, please? Arthur, Dewan. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Anthony?
Sorry, Tom's a little bit hard to hear you. Can you just say that?
This is to
The bond.
allow the city to go for the bond, to pay for this, to put
go-
money up front.
Okay, aye.
Descaludi? Aye. Frick?
Aye.
Moranti?
Aye.
Morris?
Aye.
Roney?
I can go, Margaret.
Sauer?
Aye.
Walker?
Aye.
Wallace?
Aye.
President Pietro?
Aye.
Carried.
Okay. Now, the most controversial resolution. Can I have an introduction and a second to authorize the mayor to enter into a contract with Rise and Run Permaculture for the 2023 Arbor Day tree plantings. Ronnie and Dewan. A roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Anthony.
Mind if I make a long speech about this real quick?
Sure.
Aye.
Descaludi.
Aye.
Frick.
Aye.
Moranti.
Aye.
Morris.
Aye.
Roney.
Aye.
Sauer.
Aye.
Walker.
Malachi?
I think he's frozen, Tom.
I think he's on there.
Oh, he froze.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, that's all right.
Rose.
He doesn't have to, we have it anyway, but we want to just,
Wallace.
Aye.
President DiPietro.
aye.
Carried.
A yet more controversial motion to adjourn. Do I have?
Can I make a speech first?
What? You scared me to death. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Second.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone always go get more information.